Today's video tutorial will be on how to create a Google presentation. The easiest way to do this is to think of a presentation. It's very similar to the Microsoft PowerPoint, although the coolest feature about the Google presentation is that it's online and it's stored in your Drive. So if you create the project, let's say at school, and then you go and use one of the minis or the netbooks, or go to your house, you can continue working on the presentation as long as you have it saved in your Drive. Another excellent feature about this Google is that it automatically saves every couple of seconds. So let's go over here to our Drive. Let's click on Create, and then we're going to click on Presentation. The very first thing that pops up is to choose the theme, and this is something that you can, get really fancy with, or if you want it to just be kind of a basic one for your students to work on, it's totally up to you. I'm just going to choose a very simple one. I'm just going to click on Light Gradient, and I'm going to click OK. Once you have your first slide open, if you look over in the top left-hand corner, there's a plus sign, and then there's an arrow next to it. If you click on the arrow, it'll give you very similar layouts to what the PowerPoint or the Microsoft PowerPoint gives you as well. So for this one, I'm just going to click on plus. I'm going to add a couple of slides. Let's just say we're going to add 5 slides. One of the neatest features about Google presentations is that you can have up to 50 people editing the exact same presentation at the exact same time. So for instance, if you had a class of 25 students and you wanted to do something on, let's say, states or inferencing or genre, something like that, you can have a huge PowerPoint presentation in which every kid gets their own slide, or you can break it down into groups and have a couple of kids work on each different slide. For today, we're just going to click on the very first slide, and I want to make this presentation about, let's say, genres. So I'm just going to type in genres. If you notice right up in here, it says all changes saved in Drive. There's actually not even a way to save it. It just automatically saves. So that eliminates the excuse of, oh, I lost it. It was on my flash drive. I can't find it. If you have it on Google, it's always going to be saved. I do want to go up and change the untitled presentation. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to call this genres. That way, when it comes back to my Drive where it saves all my projects, I can quickly remember what this project was. I'm just going to put down here subtitle. I'm just going to put some directions because I want my students to create this presentation. Now this can be as simple as something like this, where I'm just kind of giving the students directions. It could also be where I actually create a presentation, maybe with mistakes, and the students have to fix the mistakes. Or maybe I make it a really boring one and I want my students to practice spicing it up or making it more interesting. And there's a lot of different awesome features with this Google presentation. For the first one, I'm just going to put a couple of easy headings in there for the students to locate. I'm just going to put a genre of fantasy. Click to add text. I'm going to put, please put your information and definition in this. Oh, and you can see I misspelled that there. And then I'm going to put bonus if you can find book covers, paste them here. Now I'm going to put please delete this for your project. Now that's something I can paste on every single slide. The very first time I want to do this presentation, I want the students to know exactly what they're supposed to do. Once they're comfortable with it, then we can expand and allow them to have more freedom with it. And the next one I'm going to put down, let's say, fiction. Then I can put, let's say I want to put, let's go with Tall Tales here. And if I even wanted to, I could put down maybe specific instructions for this one. Or if there's a different way of spicing it up, I could put some different key phrases in there for the students. Then I want to put on this one, I want to do, well, let's say non-fiction. Now, non-fiction can take you to a lot of different directions. So if you really want to just focus on genres, try to keep this presentation to just the genres. Now, clearly 5 is not enough slides. So if I want to add more slides, I can go right over here to my new slide. I can add as many slides as I would like to. For this project, I'm going to stop after this one. So I'm going to put down here, I want to put down humor. Maybe like jokes or something of that sort. I can put that here. If I need to put in reminders, I can put the reminder right here where it says click to add text. That's the basis of my Google presentation. So that's going to be how this starts. Now if I want to watch the presentation, I can go right up here where it says start presentation, and you can start at the current slide, or you can go back up to your very first slide and see what it looks like. What we eventually want the students to do is to pick up on all the different features of the presentation. Now there are definitely advantages of using Microsoft PowerPoint, and there are definitely advantages of using Google Presentation. For me, I think Google Presentation is excellent because the students can do this on any computer with internet access. What we want the students to find out is, here are a lot of the features right up in here. So if we want to put in an image, we can click on image. We can show the students how to go to google.com/images and download those pictures and then upload them. We can also change the color. We can change the line color. We can change the line size. We can change our font. We can change the size. You can make it bold, italicize. You can underline it. You can change the color. There's an excellent way to link things, and we can also insert comments. This will be very helpful if the students are working on the project and then they want your comments or they want some feedback on how to help. You can also click on table. You can insert a table if you want to have information in there for the students. You can arrange it. You can bring a picture forward, backwards, and so forth. Format. There's a ton of excellent different ways to format this. Slide if you want to change the layout. If you want to change the theme, like we saw right when we opened up presentation, you can do that right here. Insert. You can insert word art. You can insert different shapes. There's a ton of similarities between this and our Microsoft PowerPoint. Presentation, or excuse me, this is the view. So if you want to view it in a bigger size, you can put in animations like where it slides in or blindfolds out or something like that. You can do those things here. Edit, you always have the option of undo something or you can redo it. One of the things that I think is excellent with Google Presentations is if you go to File, go down to See Revision History, this will show you exactly what is going on. So for instance, if I have a group project and I'm only thinking a couple kids are really doing the work and someone's kind of slacking off, I can click on File, Revision History, and it will show me exactly who is doing what at what time as well. So if I want to see more details, I'm going to click Show More Detailed Revisions. If I click on this, it'll tell me exactly what this person did. Now I'm obviously logged in as myself, so it's going to show me what I've done. So I can click on today at 11:06, and it will show me exactly what I did. At 11:06, I started the presentation. I can go up to 11:08. Here's what I did at 11:08. I typed in genres. Now, another wonderful feature with this is, let's say somebody accidentally deleted something, you can go back and restore this revision. If you want to go back here, you can click on Restore this revision. It'll take you back to this exact spot in your creation of the presentation. I can go back up here, and at 11:11 a.m. today, I had this typed in. A great feature of this is if you have an exact deadline that you have to have the assignment turned in, you can check to see what time the students did the assignment. If I had more than one person working on this, it would show their names as well. So I'm going to exit out of revision history. This is the general overview of Google Presentations. And then remember, once you have this the way you want it to, you would click on Share. As of right now, it's only private for me to make changes, but I can click on Private, I can click on Change, and I can give this to, here's my different options. I can make this public on the web, I can make it with anyone with the link, I can make it just for people at South Sioux City that can find and access it, or I can make it at people at South Sioux City who have the link can access. For this one, I'm going to click on people that have the link. And then I can also come down here, it says access. Anyone within South Sioux City Schools can view. I have to change that if I want the students to actually edit it. So I'm going to click on can edit. Once these students get the email with this Google presentation, they have full reign of editing this presentation. If I only want them to comment, I can click on comment. And if there's a reason for them just to view it and they cannot have any editing rights to it, I can click on view. So that's just something to kind of play around with. So for this one, I'm just going to cancel out because I'm not actually going to send it to the students. But this is the basic overview of Google Presentations. Thank you.